this week in addition to preparation for Ole Miss?
Yeah, we want to get as healthy as we possibly can. I think that's a huge thing for us, man. As we've gone through it again, for us, it's next Friday. We need to be fresh and fast, and that's the thing that'll give us a chance to get done what we want to get done.
James?
I know that the big thing going into the Missouri game was to play your best ball. Obviously, didn't end up happening. But how do you try and just pivot off of that in order to focus back on all this?
Yeah, trying like heck to learn lessons and change the outcome, right? So as you look at that game, again, we spot them 14 points. We have the debacle with the field goal. We get off the field on the fourth down. We create the stop, and they're going to kick a field goal to make it 17-10. Then that happens with the offsides. Again, just some undisciplined things that are incredibly frustrating. That's me needing to fix it, and that's the reality of it. I'm saying it nonstop. When things are good, it's all of us. When things are bad, man, we all got to take responsibility, but always and forever going to start with me. So that our guys, man, just finding ways to learn those lessons and have the ability to change the outcome.
Sam, Paul, Robbie.
What's just your confidence level right now that you can get things turned around for this Egg Bowl game after how the last two games have
Yeah,
played out?
I do. I've got confidence in our group to be able to go play the way we need to play to go win. And our guys inside our walls believe that. I mean, again, the frustrating thing is you look at the game from this past weekend, it's a 4-point game with about 4 minutes left in the third quarter, and the game gets away from us. And there was a couple different reasons that went on. That's where we have to take control of the game. And our guys are really eager as they've gotten in the building and ready to go to work to be able to go finish the way we want to.
Coach, along those lines, when you look at this defense, and I guess since the Texas game, outside of some of those good fourth quarter stops against Arkansas, is there one particular thing you can point to, or is it a variety of factors that's kind of had them going backwards a little bit?
Yeah, we have not tackled the way we needed to, and that is something that has been very constant. The explosive plays would be the next thing. The explosive plays given up versus Georgia, and then the explosive plays on Saturday, I think 6 for 232 yards. In the stat book, I think it was 9 for like 280. But for us, man, we've got to quit giving up the explosives, and we got to tackle better, and those go hand in hand.
After the Missouri game, you're speaking on the quarterbacks. You talked about Blake doesn't have wasted plays. What goes into a wasted play for you? How do you kind of describe what that is?
Yeah, I don't think I said Blake doesn't have wasted plays.
Or, I guess you say there's.
Yeah, we can't waste a
Okay.
play, and didn't feel like it was fair to put Camario out there every single snap. For us, creating predictable outcomes. Again, the ability to make sure when I call something, I know one of two things are going to happen. That's the reality of playing the position. That looks a lot of different ways. And for us, again, just having the ability to nail it every single snap in every situation and not play perfect, not be perfect. There's going to be physical things that we aren't perfect in inside a game. But from a decision-making standpoint, that's what we're striving to be, and that's what I talk about when we want no wasted plays.
Steve?
Coach, you've been on both sides of this rivalry. So when you were up the road at that place, what was preparation like to get ready to come play at Davis Wade Stadium and play against Mississippi State? What kind of intensity was there?
Yeah, I think there's just an understanding on both sides of it that this game is a huge game for a lot of reasons. It's a big game because it's the last one of the regular season. It's obviously this huge in-state battle, and it gives the ability for each fan base to have bragging rights for a year, and it is. I think it's one of the greatest rivalries in all of college football. And for us, it's about protecting Davis Wade, playing the way we're capable of playing, and what gives us a chance to go do that is our preparation. So both sides of it, it's heated, and there's just a little extra urgency that goes into it.
Having some time to go back and look at the Missouri film, where's the head at with Blake in terms of evaluating his performance and looking ahead to the Egg Bowl now?
Yeah, again, every single one of us are doing everything we can to find ways to get better. As we were on the field today, going to be on the field tomorrow morning. If Blake's available, have great confidence in him to be able to go do what we need to do to go win the game, and that's has continued to feel that way, and that's where that's at.
Coach, Brennan Thompson was nominated for the Connolly Trophy.
Yeah.
Just what went into that decision, and how big of an impact he had in that locker room in just a short time?
Yeah, he's just been a pro, man. Every single day the guy shows up and is the exact same. And when he hadn't felt great, he's practiced hard. And when he's felt good, he's practiced hard. And the result has not dictated who he's been inside this building. And man, that's what we're looking for. He's gonna have this incredible life because he's got great consistency. He's tough. He works his butt off, and he's all about the right things. So that's what went into that. His production is his production, right? And that's been elite. But man, who he is pretty special.
I know we talked not long ago about how different December is from a recruiting calendar. I know you dealt with this same situation last year, but how weird is it to go from the final game of the season, the Egg Bowl? You're going to have official visitors in here next weekend, and you're 2 or 3 days away from National Signing Day. How hectic is that 4 or 5 day period?
Yeah,
right
it
there?
is. It is incredibly hectic. It's busy, but I should have mentioned it earlier when we got asked about what we're trying to get out of the open day. But I'll talk more about on the field and what we're doing inside the walls. But we're getting out on the road. We're going to leave Thursday as soon as we're done with practice, and be able to get out and go see guys. And it's going to be constant, man. It is a chase until that pen hits the paper. I think we all understand that, and we all were excited about some of these guys that we got coming down the pipe.
Related to that, how has changing the transfer portal to January either made it easier or harder for the evaluate, and the fact it's now a 2-week period in January?
Yeah, I think for us, just understanding that we're going to have the month of December, hopefully we're getting ready for a bowl game, and then able to have conversations with guys as we get ready to retain. And that's going to be a huge piece of the roster for next season is the retention of the right guys, and being able to get some things in place before that window opens. And I think that'll be important for us.
And there's no availability report this week, so do you have an update on Brennan and Isaac and other guys?
I do not.
James?
You got so many close games back to back, and followed by those 2 tough losses to Georgia and Missouri. Just how does that affect you guys emotionally, and how do you feel like you're going to be able to? What's it going to take to be able to take those emotions and focus them back in for your last game of the regular season?
Yeah, again, the result is frustrating. It is for our guys, and having the ability to go play the best we've played all year. Again, not perfect, but being able to go reach our potential next Friday. Our guys feel that, they understand the urgency in that, and they want that in a great way. And so I think for them, they understand, man, we have the ability to check a bunch of boxes next Friday at 11, and we got a ton to play for. And the last thing I want is our guys to feel locked down by that. I want our guys to be able to go play free and go play fast and go play violent and be able to go attack. And our guys will be in that mind frame to be able to go get it done.
Sam?
Not sure if you're aware or followed at all some of the Lane Kiffin rumors with LSU in Florida and stuff, and you know him pretty well, but do you think that could possibly be a distraction for Ole Miss as they're also preparing for this Egg Bowl?
I have spent no time thinking about that or if it will be as they handle things inside their walls. Man, I'm fighting like heck to make sure we're in a great spot, and that is where 100% of my focus and energy is.
We'll go to Steve and Robbie and close it out with Colin.
Coach, obviously you played offensive line, and Phil's a guy that's been with you multiple stops. So when you kind of look at this, how things, it seems like some games you have free runners, and you go back to Arizona State, you guys did an exceptional job. Where does the real frustration as a former offensive lineman and a head coach lie when you see that group not really develop any cohesion 11 games into this thing?
Yeah, it has. It's been really hard for us as a unit, which has been hard on the quarterback position and then our football team, because we've started all these different lineups as we've been a little banged up, guys not playing the way we need them to play, and so there's been great frustration in that. That's the reality of it. The most frustrating ones are the ones where guys are getting free runs and clean hits on the guy holding the football, and because that affects the game in a great way. And those are the things that, man, we got to make sure do not happen next Friday. So we're trying to guard against that nonstop. We play great fronts inside this conference. That's the reality of it. We need to play the best we've played with next Friday.
Paul had asked about the defense after Texas. It does seem there's been kind of a shift with that unit. The numbers are kind of getting closer to last year now here late in the season. What's been your assessment of 2 years with Coleman Hutzler defensively and where that unit's going right now?
We've still made great improvement. You look at what we've been able to do again against the throw game and having the ability to create turnovers, and that to me is something that stands out in a great way. Against the run the last couple of weeks it's been really frustrating. And again, for us, finding ways to tackle better, to get guys on the ground when we have the opportunity to get them on the ground is a huge piece of it. But I do think there has been real growth on that side of the football, and really had given us a chance to win a couple of those games earlier, and for multiple reasons didn't find ways to do it. We've got to go play as good as we played all year next Friday, and I've got confidence that our guys are going to be ready to go do that.
From a coaching and developmental standpoint, do you like where things are at, and it's just not it's an execution thing, or I mean, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I do. I think our guys are coaching their butt off every single day, and spending a ton of time teaching and developing and trying to find ways to create advantage. And for us, it's about, man, pedal down, straining every single day, every single minute to give us the opportunity again to go play the best we've played next Friday.
With rivalries like this in college football, it's a very constant thing throughout the year, especially for fans and just their everyday lives interacting with the other team. But when you're at the helm of a team culture like you are, how do you manage that within the team, within the locker room, kind of building up to it?
Yeah, just creating the message that it matters in a great way to a lot of different people. And I've talked about that for us as a football program inside our community and our university, and how we do what we do, and how it's got the chance to affect Starkville and everybody that touches our program. And so our guys understand that on the daily. It's something we stress nonstop. Again, this game is a little bit different because, again, it's as heated of a rivalry as there is in all of college football. So I don't take that for granted. I don't take it lightly. Again, I've talked a little bit about it. Next Friday, we have the opportunity to check a lot of boxes for us for this season. And be able to extend it and be able to go play one more game after it. And that's, to me, what's most important.
All right.